Hello friends, welcome to ABHQ's channel. In today's video, we're going to configure dynamic NAT. In this topology, we have a LAN that is in the network 192.168.1.0/24. That is a private IP address. The private IP address is not routable on the internet. So we need to translate a private IP into a public IP because public IPs are routable on the internet and we can access the internet using the public IPs. The LAN is connected to the router and the router is connected to the internet. The IP addresses for the interfaces of the router is already configured. And the subnet between the router and the internet is 100.0.0.0/24. And in here, the internet is another router. I just changed the icon to represent the internet here. And also the routing protocol between R1 and the internet is OSPF. Let's go on internet and see the configuration first. CLI, enable, show IP, interface, brief. Okay, so I have configured a loopback interface on the internet's router and also G00 interface that is connected to our router. Let's see the configuration for OSPF, show IP, protocols. The routing protocol is OSPF and the routes that we advertised on internet's router are these two, including the loopback interface. So if you want to know how to configure OSPF, there is another video about OSPF configuration in the playlist in this channel. So now that we saw the internet's configuration, let's go to router 1 and start configuring dynamic NAT. Okay, let's click on CLI. Let's type enable, configure terminal. Okay, so first I want to configure the inside and outside interfaces for NAT. Let's start from G00. Interface G00. IPNet inside. Exit. Okay, so G00 is configured as inside interface for NAT because it is connected to the LAN. Let's configure G01. Interface G01. IPNet outside. Exit. Okay, so we've configured the outside interface as well. In dynamic NAT, we need to create an access list in order to permit the private IP to be translated for NAT by the router. Okay, so let's create an access list. IP access list standard. I will name it LAN. Okay, let's hit enter. And now let's permit the network 192.168.1.0. And the wildcard mask is 0.0.0.255. Hit enter and exit. Okay, so we configured ACL as well for NAT. Next, I want to configure a public IP pool because we need it for dynamic NAT configuration. So let's configure that as well. IP NAT pool, and now the pool name. I will call it public IP. Okay, and now the start IP address. The start IP address is going to be 100.0.0.3. And now the end IP address. The end IP address is 100.0.0.6. And now the net mask. The net mask is the network mask for the public IP. In this case, it is /29. The network mask will be 255.255.255.248. Okay, and let's hit enter. So we configured the public IP pool as well. Let's configure NAT. IP NAT inside source list. Now the name of the access list that we created for LAN. And the name of the access list was LAN. And now let's type pool and then the pool name. The pool name for public IPs was public IP. Okay, and now let's hit enter. Okay, so dynamic NAT is configured. So let's go to PCA and ping the IP address 8.8.8.8 on the internet's router. Ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, the ping is successful. Let's go to PCB and ping the same IP address in here as well. Ping 8.8.8.8. Okay. Finally, let's go to PCC and ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, so the ping were all successful. Let's go to the router now. Let's type exit. Let's see the NAT translations. Show IP NAT translations. Okay, so the inside local, the IP address of PCA 192.168.1.11 is translated to the public IP 100.0.0.3. And the IP address for PCB is translated to 100.0.0.4. And the IP address 192.168.1.9 is translated to 100.0.0.5 for PCC. Okay, so this was the configuration for dynamic NAT. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to your channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.